Sorry, so sorry. I don't even know how to explain this. I'm so sorry, but we're having so much, you know, inspiration, great talks from my guest, Dr. AAA. I'm going to see if I can get him back right now. And it was such an interesting conversation we were having right there before the network just, snatched the wheel of the interview. Well, I hope we can conclude in peace. And, you know, so I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm really so sorry. Now I really feel bad, but uh, that's Nigeria for you. Okay, I'm going to send. I'm trying to send Dr.
Hello.
Trico. Right, you're back. You're back. Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
joined. I
Yes.
didn't even invite you. The
Oh.
invite
Oh,
was
really?
not. I'm so sorry. The network just messed us up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
I
all
was
right.
saying something about Mrs. Gbinoba that she owns
Okay.
and she runs a media outfit. She's also a realtor. She's got she's an property investor and all of that.
Wow.
So when you were talking about property having to save up, I think
Yeah.
that resonated with her, and
Yeah.
I think also that's also some things that an area that a lot of people are also trying to feed into, setting their
Yeah.
goals towards that. Now,
Mm.
considering some of the things you've talked about, something
Yeah.
actually caught my attention, and that is what you're trying to say is that it's easy to set goals, it's easy to have your vision board, but if you do
Yeah.
not develop character, build the right habits, not even
Yeah.
character, but the right habits to
The right
feed
habit.
your
Yeah.
vision, to feed your
Exactly.
vision and your goals. It's
Yeah.
going to be maybe in futility, or you might achieve it, but not have a means of sustainability because you've not
Exactly.
developed right habits. Okay, great.
Exactly. Exactly.
I got you right there, and it's really so spot
Yeah.
on. So please continue,
Yeah.
please.
All right. So one of the reasons why you see a lot of people who were once wealthy, may we not be once wealthy, like some people will pray, why some people were once wealthy or once rich is because they never developed the habits that will sustain their wealth. Because look, we need to understand this thing. The fact that you had money, you have money, you have millions, does not mean that you cannot lose them just like that. And what will sustain your millions, what will make you remain wealthy, is the fact that you have habits that you are put into place. Habits are like systems, they're like your software that runs beneath the surface. Whether you like it or not, when you look at any organization or a human being, or you see anything that's working perfectly well, all right, like you're looking at your phone, you're checking your TV, you're looking at your car, underneath all that, there are systems that are running that you are not even aware of, that only the engineers that made them are able to tell you. So if you're going to have a successful life, I'm saying that you need to have habits, successful habits that are running in the background that will guarantee that your life is working finally well. Working finitely well. I'm telling you, a millionaire knows that he will never remain a millionaire if all he does is to spend the money. He knows that there must be something in place to regenerate the money he spends. The word replenish means that you are actually reproducing what you are using. You are replacing what you are using. So habits are meant to replenish, cover up for you in those areas of your life. So if you're wealthy, there must be habits in place. So it's like this, all right? So I'm going to say this again. You receive money. So somebody gave you 10 million naira. What do
Right.
you do when you receive 10 million naira? Let me tell you something. There are two kinds of people on earth, the rich and the poor. The rich have habits that will make them wealthier when they receive the 10 million. You would never see the rich, the first thing they would do will be to go and spend the money. Nah, never. Nah, never. It's not his habit. It's not in his DNA. What the rich does is to think about the opportunities that this 10 million can do for me. What opportunities can I harness with this? How can I reproduce this? How can I make this last forever? That's what the rich person is thinking. The poor person is thinking, I've never had this before in my life. Let me get out of this. I need to travel. Let me go for a vacation. Let me go and book the old wing of an hotel. Let me go, and buy a car. They must know I have arrived. So you can see already the mindset is different, but the real deal is the habit. What do you do? What you do will determine whether you're a winner or you're a loser, whether you're rich or you're wealthy, and that's a habit. And that's exactly what it is. And I'm saying to you that if we keep on investing in developing successful habits, like for example, no matter how you feel, if you wake up 5 a.m. every day, and the first thing you're doing, hey, my brother, how you doing? And the first thing you're doing is you wake up 5 a.m. every morning, and the first thing you do is you plan your life. You plan your day. That's the first thing you do. I don't believe in praying first. I mean, I'm sorry, and that must sound very unreligious.
You've even said it. You've said it. You told me some years back.
Okay, I told you, right? When I wake up in the morning, I don't pray first. That's not the first thing I do, because you see, I might get emotional and sentimental and I pray rubbish. I need to know what to pray about. I need to strategize. You see, when I read my Bible in Genesis, the first thing I saw God was moving over the face of the deep. He was thinking, he was meditating. He did not speak until he had concluded his plan. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I'm doing is I'm searching in the realm of the spirit for what I need to pray about, what I need to strategize about, what I need to achieve that day. That's what I'm thinking about. Then after that, then I pray. Okay? Then I move into the realm of prayer and I access what I need. I access the power I need to achieve what I need to get done. That is very critical. We all need to understand this. Look, so when you wake up in the morning, if you do this consistently for 21 days, I promise you, you've written down what you want to do. You know what you're praying about. You know what you're walking about. You know what you want to achieve. I promise you, after 21 days, you have developed a habit. Now consistently keep on using that habit. Check your life in about 2-3 months and see whether you're different or not. Habits will change you totally. I read over the years about the habits of successful people. Every time I study successful people, I notice that one thing stood them out. Everybody has 24 hours, but the habits of the rich make them rich. The habits of the poor make them poor. The habits of losers will make them losers. The habits of winners will make them winners. Come on, look at this guy. Check out Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan kept on throwing the ball at the hoop. He kept on doing it. This guy, this late basketballer, Toby, is that his name?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Thank you. Kobe Bryant was also doing what? He kept on throwing. Look, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how tired you are. You know how this guy won the other time? Michael Spinks. How Michael Spinks won that time. How did he win over Michael Tyson? I think it was Michael Spinks, right? He was the one that beat Michael Tyson that time. How did he win? How did he win? Do you know what he did? He was training. He would run around the stadium. He would run around the stadium till he was tired. And then he would now start counting 1, 2, 3. And then he would count and run around the stadium 21 times. What was he doing? He was building endurance. Let me tell you, I can tell you from experience that discipline is painful. Discipline is hard. Discipline is tough. I don't know how you feel, but you see, I read as if I have an exam. Okay, yeah, we're back. All right.
Yeah, sorry.
So I was saying, okay, yeah, we're back now. All right. Okay, so I
Right,
was saying
yeah.
that, yeah, I was saying that,
Discipline is painful. Discipline is
it's
hard.
painful, it's hard, it's tough. You understand? It's not easy. Okay? But you see, discipline is required to build a habit, and then the habit will save your life. Discipline is required to build a habit, and then the habit will save your life. Let me tell you something. I read as if I have an exam, as if I have an exam every day in my life. I register for courses. Sometimes I'm studying so hard, I'm asking myself, guy, who sent you now? Who sent you, sir? Who sent you, sir? But you know what? But that is exactly how I've been able to move forward in my life, because I have created a habit. You see, let me tell you something. Why I mention discipline is the fact that when you are building your habit, when you're building the habit that will save your life, habit is going to be very painful. It's going to be tough at first. Oh my God. I remember when they told me that, you know what, you need to stay healthy. How do you stay healthy? They told me I have to be taking like a minimum of 8 liters of water every day. You know how that feels. You have to be drinking water every little time you're looking for water to drink, because you have to fulfill your quota. you have to meet up your quota. You have to drink. It's tough, right? It's hard. Guess what? But you know what? When I built the habit, it reduced my sickness. It reduced, water therapy changed everything for me. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Your goal is to be healthy. If your goal is to be healthy, if you invest in creating healthy habits, you will discover that you will naturally be healthy. The natural result of you trying to build a healthy habit is that you become healthy. Okay? The natural result of you inculcating, imbibing a wealthy habit is that you naturally become wealthy. Let me tell you something. If you invest in being in hard work, you start to build yourself to ensure that you show up, you develop the habit of showing punctually for meetings. What happens to you? The natural result is that people will take you more seriously. People will take you more seriously. People will say, you know what, this guy, this lady, you know what? They're the person we need to. If you develop the habit of delivering above the expectation of your client, develop the habit, you will discover that you will naturally become that person that everybody wants to do business with. The habit is key. The habit is king. The habit is the key that controls the key to the kingdom. So if I build a habit, I am going to. So naturally what we do, and we've been doing all these years, is that we ignored habits. But we're running after the goals. We're running after the New Year resolutions. We're putting the vision boards there. But you know what? We need to create the habits that will lead us to the goals and then sustain those goals in our lives. So that is very, very key. Okay? And, when you are starting with this, and like I said, it's important because there's no way I'm going to take this out of the equation, because I have done, by God's grace, I've been able to do this all these years. I've been able to help a lot of people, develop habits. And I've seen it happen. I'm telling you. When people tell me I'm having this problem, all I need to do is get to the root of the cause. When we get to the root of the whole matter, I discover that they have habits that is sabotaging their success. They have habits that are sabotaging their success. So what we need to do, and because habits don't exist in isolation, they don't exist in vacuum. So that means that if I'm going to drop a habit, I have to replace it with another habit. Every bad habit has to be replaced with a good habit. That's the way it works. So let me be sincere with you. Everybody is addicted to something. The question is, what are you addicted to? Right? What are you addicted to? So you need to find what your addiction is and replace it with a positive addiction. That's the truth. Everybody is addicted to something. So if you're addicted to something that is good, then your life will continue moving forward. But if you're addicted to something that is bad, then your life keeps on going down. So these are things that we need to always check in our lives. We need to sit down and be very, very serious about it. You know what? Because it goes beyond just 2022. Because at the end of time, this is what I'm always thinking. I'm thinking in 10 years, in 15 years, who will you have become? Who will I have become? What will we have? See, what you have, who you become, where you will be, who your friends are, the things that you'll be able to achieve in life will be based on just one thing, the habits that you have built over the years. That's it.
Wow, great. I think maybe the take home would be to have a refocus on the fact that we need to set goals, we need to have a vision board, to not that you're downplaying on it, right?
Exactly.
But to say the most important thing is not setting goals and having vision board, because
or New Year resolution.
Or New Year resolution, yeah. But the major thing, I think the take home for tonight will be the major thing we all should do if we must have a successful 2022 or any other year is forming habits, that propels us into our next level, to develop habits, that would fuel our goal, to success. So development of habits are key and core, like you said. And another thing I've also, deduced is to say that when people are having challenges with developing good and positive habits, one don't just say, oh, replace it with another good habit or with a good habit, but to first go down to the root cause or roots of the situation and fish it out, and then now replace it, with good habits. I think sincerely speaking, we've probably done justice to this. Now, for someone out there maybe listening, I don't have my reading glasses. We are like we are no longer the youngies. So the eyes need support, the lens they need support. So I can't see anything on my screen as such. So but in case you have a question, in case you like to make a contribution, because we'll be wrapping up in the next maybe 5 minutes or thereabout. In case you have a question or you have a contribution, please just put it in the comment section. And Dr. Tripoli, because you have your own glasses on, I'm sure you will be able to read some of the comments or something before we wrap up. And before, maybe in case of this contribution, I like for you to probably help to share with us. I know you have some books, you have some materials and all of that. In case somebody also wants to get you as probably a coach or an accountability partner, what can they do? Tell us about some of your resources or materials that you have that could be of help to someone.
Lady Gwen. Thank you for this opportunity, Lady Gwen. I'm so grateful. All right, so of course you can actually follow my Instagram and check my bio. There's a store that is there that we have. I have a store there that you can actually access my resources, and of course you can send me a DM if you need to reach out to me for anything at all. One of the things I've done over the years is that like I said, I study patterns, I study codes, and I study, trends. some people want, something like a quick fix thing. They want okay, yeah, all right. Wow,
Yeah.
network.
Network.
Oh
Network.
wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
go
so
ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so I was saying that you can access me, of course. I'm just a DM away. Just send me a DM, of course, and then of course I'm going to reply you. But you can access some of my resources via my bio. There's the Dr. Triple A store in my
Mm,
bio. You can click on my bio. You see the store, and we have some materials there. I said that if you see any process that looks like magic, then most likely it's magic. It's not real. It's not legit. Everything in life that is profitable requires a process, and that's what I believe in. And that's over life. I've studied for over 23 years of my life. I've studied process patterns and codes, and I can tell you that things require process. So anything you get that is mine will show you steps that you can follow. For example, I've written a book that's called How to Retire Rich and Early in Record Time. And people kept on asking me, Dr. Tripoli, why did you write something like that on retirement? Are you retiring now? Well, the truth of the matter is, I'm not yet retiring, but I saw something that was very critical and very important. I saw that most people, they just, they forget about the fact that they need to plan for their life.
mm,
And all of a sudden, retirement time comes, and then they're like, I didn't know. So I created a book that is more like a blueprint that would allow somebody to at least plan in 5 years. You can actually retire. So
mm.
within 5 years, yes, you can actually put some things into place, and then you can retire no matter how bad it looks. At least you have 5 years, and then you can retire rich, and then you can retire early. It doesn't matter whatever your age is, you can plan for it. Okay, so there are other books that you can actually get. There's other things that you can actually buy there that were put there. And we're going to still load up some more because our work is a product of research that has been proven, and that is very, very key, so that you can follow the things. Like I said, we're all about habits. I'm all about habit creation. If you create those habits, you don't need to stress yourself. Once you
Right,
have created those habits, you're good to go.
right.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. I definitely, will be bringing you back very soon. And I think
All right.
you and I, by God's grace, will be having more of this in 2022.
Yeah. No
I
problem.
also want to believe that you have a lot to impact. I remember there was a dark time in my life. You came through for me, and you were really a shoulder for me to lean on. And I want people to have that impactation of your strength and your knowledge. And I think, this year we should be doing more together.
Right.
And by God's grace, God helping me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Amen. 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 You know what? Every one of us, we need, one way or the other, we will always, one way or the other, need one another. And for me, I just believe that it's just critical, that we all show forth for ourselves. And I mean, I have people in my life that I'm telling you, they can read me like a book. They're the ones that just call me out of the blues. They're like, so every once in a while, I decided I was going to pay it forward, we pay it forward. So we look at people, if there's anybody around you, I'm saying this, anybody who's also watching this, you should understand that there's somebody who needs to just hear your voice, just a bit of a hello, just a text message, how you doing? Are you fine? It makes a whole lot of difference. And I mean, that's how I just believe life should be. Let's always be there for one another. Let's love one another. Let's show up for one another and all that. And life is so interesting. You might not get it from where you sowed it, but you'll get it back from wherever it is. It just comes back to you.
Yeah. Very well. Very true. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I guess this is a convenient place for us to call it a wrap, right?
Yeah.
But at least for today, by God's grace, like I said, we'll be doing more of this. And I want to once again thank you so much for coming on Let's Talk with Ladygwen.
Thank you.
And do have yourself a great night. Send me well to your family, please.
I will. I'll do that. Thank you so much, Lady Gwen. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone. It's been a delightful time. I really sincerely hope that this session has really helped somebody let's just get all those testimonials, right? And share with Lady Gwen that, you know what, we listened and then I was able to pick this up and, of course, my life just went up. That's the good news. That's what we want to hear. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma.
Right. Okay, so this is, we'll call it a wrap. And by God's grace, another time, another session, with another of my guests and talking, something different every now and then. God bless you and do have yourself a good night. When you see the video, it's going to be a replay. Please do like, comment, and share if you can. And let's know how impactful this session has actually been. It will give us, idea if we've been able to reach out to you, if we've said the things that will actually incite you and push you into your next level for 2022. Well, my name is Ladygwen, and do have yourself a good night's rest. Bye.